My name is Susan Abro. I am the sole proprietor of Susan Abro Attorney. Susan Abro Attorney is a firm which does family law exclusively, or almost exclusively. And we literally deal in family law matters from cradle to grave. So you are looking at whatever happens with children during the course of a marriage. Sometimes you just need help with children. You're looking at divorce, you're looking at the financial side of things, you're looking at protection orders in terms of the Domestic Violence Act, maintenance courts, international matters. My purpose is to help people. It always has been. When I first started 30 years ago in my own business, I was in another practice before that. I decided to specialise in family law. I've been involved with gender-based violence since the very beginning of my career. I've been involved in promoting women since the beginning of my career. I've been very lucky to be involved in a lot of national and international projects. And so that is my purpose. My purpose is when clients come to me, and I don't exclusively deal with women, but I have always been able to assist women who have been in difficult situations, be it financially or emotionally or physically, and by the time they leave me, they have become strong and they can continue on their own. And that is what gives me the most satisfaction, when my clients are happy and they can leave me and carry on with their lives. I grew up in Zululand in a little place called Melmoth, so we didn't have any high schools there. So I had to go to boarding school, so I went to St. Anne's Diocesan College, where I made some very good friends, and we are all still friends today. Then I went to, it was then University of Natal, Pietermaritzburg, and I did my BA there, and I did my LLB at the KZN Durban campus. And I've also done extra things. I went and did a business management course through Dublin, and I also have done various family and mediation and arbitration courses. My first job was when I was 12 years old as a cashier in a supermarket in Melmoth. So I've been very lucky because firstly I've got supreme self-confidence because I did my articles with a firm called L.J. Paley, Wright & Wilkinson, and they were being taken over by a bigger firm, and I had to finish my articles because the new firm didn't want any women. There was a firm downstairs called Woodard, Bigby and Irving, and they approached me. I was always going to Joburg. They approached me and offered me a job, so I thought, fabulous. So I worked there for 5 years, and amazing people. And one thing I've learned in life is you don't burn bridges. So I've always had good relationships with the people. And as a consequence, you know, when you go out on your own, if you need help, you can pick up the phone. So I went into association in these very premises in 1995. And I went from being a partner in a very big firm in Durban to me in association with Betsy Rowe, who was Sylvia Oversby and Partners, which we subsequently purchased. And I literally had nothing. I mean, in those days, you know, the bank would give you an overdraft or whatever, and you know, you just did it. And I was lucky because I had a lot of mentors, and I also had a lot of clients who've been with me throughout my whole journey. So, and who've become friends as well as clients. It's really a difficult question to answer because I have so many different aspects to my life. Because I get involved in extramural activities. So one of the aspects that stands out in my life is acting as a judge of the High Court, and also acting as a judge of the Electoral Court, which I did for 2 terms with the late KK Mtiani, who was the president. And I mean, KK, when I first started, he was an advocate and I briefed him. And we went to each other's birthday parties. We were very close. So that was very exciting. So I would say that's probably the most amazing part of my career. The best piece of advice I received was from my candidate attorney boss. I can't remember how you say that. He said to me, if you get a letter and it makes you angry, put it in the drawer. And if you take it out a day or so later, if it still makes you angry, put it back in the drawer. And don't respond in anger. That's the point. You need to be calm and you need to respond with a clear head. And that's the one thing that's stayed with me, because one thing that is so important is collegiality. And you know, these days with youngsters, and I'm sorry to sound old, but with youngsters, they don't understand the concept of collegiality. And it's a very important concept. So I'd say that's what stayed with me. Well, one of the biggest challenges is obviously I'm losing my vision. So you have to adjust your whole life for that. And luckily we live in an age of technology, so I'm lucky I started losing it later in life, where I was already established. So technology helps me with that. So my phone talks to me, my computer talks to me, and then I have amazing staff, and that's how they help me. And yeah, so I would say that's I've got a very small staff, and so that makes it easier because I know their families. I've been involved with their families. I mean, one staff member's been with me for many years. And so we do things together, like we're going out to a Shane function next week. I'm taking their whole families. We do exercises in the boardroom. We try and eat healthily together. So you try and do things that are not work-related. And that definitely keeps you motivated. And we just have a good relationship. We like each other. So, and the nature of the work motivates them because you want to help people and they see what people go through. And so that's really what the main thing is. Look, I'm a South African and I love South African people. I think they are the most wonderful people, and they are kind and they are friendly and they're just great. And I've had relationships with some women who are now getting on in years, as I am, and those are the people who inspire me, like Matabo Kunene, who carries on the legacy of her husband, to the poet laureate Mazizi Kunene, and does incredible work for the community. And she's 87 years old, she's still going strong. And of course my mother, also 87 years old, just retired. So, those are the kind of women you follow. They are the ones who show you how strong you can be. And they are always committed to their communities. I have to say I'm feeling very positive. They say that we're moving from the year of the poisonous snake to the year of the fiery horse, and that's meant to be a positive move. And I really feel positive, and I feel like a lot of people are feeling more positive. And I really hope that we can move forward, and we can move forward doing business properly and without being dishonest, and without having things like sweatshops, which we've just had a big exposure of. Let's just move forward together and help each other, because KZN is literally the best province in this country. That's a difficult one. I don't have a motto per se. I mean, my logo is we have a heart for family law. But I mean, I live by, when I'm gone, I want people to say that I lived a good life and I looked after my community and I I was honest, and I just live by the solid values that we should all be living by.